What's going on, everyone, and thank you for tuning in for another episode of JB's Toys and Hobbies, and I welcome you to this project finale special of the 1993 Deluxe Megazord build. As you can see here, we have all of the Zords laid out. These are the ones that I have restored and updated and replaced missing parts and decals and repainted since the start of the series. But in this episode, we're going to do the final reveal. So with that said, let's get started. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start taking these individual Zords that we have worked on throughout the various episodes of this series, and we're going to start turning it into the Megazord, and I'm going to show you that process right here. After I got done filming the video, I realized I actually had the Triceratops and Saber-Tooth Tiger on the wrong areas of the Megazord, so don't flame me too bad in the comment section. Just an honest mistake. I put it together not even thinking about that, so I just kind of put it together the way I saw fit, and just kind of is what it is. But here we go. We're going to continue with the assembly. And you're going to notice here I did not flip up the shoulder armor, but don't worry, I correct that issue later on in the episode as well, because this isn't actually the final reveal yet. We got one more thing that I want to do before we finish this, and I'm going to show you what we mean right here. So we cannot complete or unveil the Deluxe Megazord without its power sword. So that's why I decided to do another 3D model of in a 3D print, as you can see here. So we get this modeled up, and then I'm going to send this over to the 3D printer just like I did on the other missing components for the other Zords. If you haven't watched the individual Zord restoration process, I invite you to check that out. Every one of those episodes is up on the channel now, as this is the finale. But we're going to get that 3D print of the power sword done, and then we're going to show it to you right here. Now, much like some of the other 3D parts I did, I had nothing to go by other than pull up picture of the original. So I got it as close as I could, pretty happy with how it turned out, for nothing more than comparison images. But just like I did for the chrome parts on the Triceratops, we're going to paint this sword in that same chrome paint that I used in that episode. We're going to get that on here, get it looking good, and I'll show you what that sword looks like after the chrome painting is done. All right, and as you can see here, all finished. Again, that chrome turned out really good. Again, you can tell it is a 3D printed part still, and that's fine. That's actually the look I wanted to go for with this series. I want people that may look at this in our collection, and I can point out, yeah, I had to replace this and make this, and so on and so forth. But overall, once I get those shoulder armor pads there lifted, I'm super happy with how it turned out, and we're going to take an additional look at this and let you see the before and after. And that pretty much sums up the final reveal. Again, super thrilled with how this thing turned out. My son's thrilled with it. It's been a fun process, but I did want to close out the episode with giving you my final cost tally. As you know, this was a budget build. I tried to get this thing in as low as I can because I found some of the completed Megazords online, and they ranged anywhere between, like, let's say $150 to $300, and it all depended on the level of completeness. The lower price ranges did not have the accessories like the horns. It was missing parts, much like my build did. The higher price ones, the ones in 300 and up, they were more of a complete series. So with that said, let's go ahead and give you the cost breakdown before we close out the episode. You can review all of these in the previous episodes for each individual Zord as well, but the cost breakdown is as follows. We paid for the T-Rex Zord $5. For the Pterodactyl, we paid $7.50 because that was split between two things that were included, which was the power bow. The Triceratops, we paid $8.50. The Saber-Tooth Tiger, $6. The Mastodon coming in as the most expensive because it has the most components that is easily lost at $35. And the BD15 decals at $36, bringing it to a total tally of $98. Now, considering that these are basically complete, although with 3D printed custom parts now, I'm thrilled with the final tally at $98 with new decals, missing parts, and so on and so forth. I'm super happy with how the cost on this project was completed compared to the cost margin to buy this thing online or at a vintage toy store would come in comparison wise. I'm thrilled. My son is thrilled. I had an absolute blast doing this series for all of you guys. And I've got a lot more planned for the channel. I got another project coming up. I've got a collab that I'm working on. So again, please, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. One simple click for you means a whole lot for my channel as I'm trying to reach my first huge goal of the channel, and that is that hard to reach 1,000 subscriber mark. But as always, a huge thank you to my existing subscribers and my new viewers that are checking out the channel. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I got a brand new project coming to the episode soon you don't want to miss. So as always, I hope to see you there, and I'll catch you on the next episode.